Hey guys, let's kick this off with a hard truth. You can't fix her. If she's bringing drama, baggage, emotional turbulence to the table, no amount of your effort, logic, or handyman problem-solving skills will patch up her cracks. That's not your job, it's hers. And here's the good news. There's something way more effective and healthier you can do instead. Now, this one actually applies to the ladies who think they need to fix their men as well. If you're new to my channel, my name is Anna Jorgensen. I help good men like you decode women so you can find, attract, and keep your keeper, or simply have better relationships with women. And to the ladies watching, you are welcome to stay. There are tips for you as well. Welcome to Just the Tip. So first of all, your level of emotional investment in someone depends on what stage of the relationship you're in. There's a different level of investment when you're just getting to know someone versus having been married for 20 years or longer, of course. So I'm going to provide some examples, including dialogue, if you're courting, dating, or in a long-term relationship. Let's jump in. Why you can't fix women? Well, women aren't broken puzzle pieces waiting for you to put them back together. No one is. Sure, you might want to swoop in like Captain Save-A-Babe, but relationships don't work like that. Fixing her or trying to will leave you both frustrated, and it will make her feel judged or controlled, just like if she was trying to fix you. So, at the root of it, fixing is all about our need to make the relationship easier for ourselves. It's more about our discomfort than our partner's struggles. And when I say partner, again, I always mean man, woman, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. So, if she is trying to change you, it's usually because that change will improve her life. And guess what? Wanting someone else to change for us is usually not that attractive. You want a teammate, and a woman to be a teammate, not a mechanic. So what can you do? These also apply to women with some subtle differences. So let's work backwards. 4, be her rock, not her crutch. The difference is subtle but critical. Being her rock means standing strong while she sorts her stuff out. You're calm, supportive, and present, but you don't do the heavy lifting for her. This is also exactly what you need from her when you're struggling with something. Men and women are similar in some ways, so be calm, present, and supportive. She's venting about her boss. Just listen, validate, empathize. Skip the part where you suggest filing a complaint or emailing HR. Trust me, she's probably not looking for a solution just yet. She's looking for someone who can understand her feelings. And as you probably know, women are emotional creatures. So key point, men and women both experience emotions, but women are wired differently when it comes to handling stress. Neurologically, biologically, women often have a lower threshold for stress tolerance than men do. As a result, they're more likely to react emotionally sooner, often at a point where you as a man might still feel calm. Women often use venting as a way to release stress and feel lighter. For most women, having someone that can truly listen is all the fix they need. Men, on the other hand, tend to process stress differently. You often retreat to your cave, you build things, you destroy things, or you distract yourself while your brain marinades on the problem in the background. You go out and do other things. Overall, when venting, most people, men and women, prefer to feel heard and understood unless they've specifically asked for help. So let's look at some examples for the different stages of relationships. Let's look at courting. So she might say, if you're not going to call me every day, I don't even know if this is worth it. Which she's demanding excessive reassurance early on. You might say, you know what, I love spending time with you, and at the same time, if daily calls are already an expectation, I feel like we're moving too fast. Let's enjoy getting to know each other without so much pressure. Dating her. You could say, I don't know why you even like me. I'm just a mess, constantly seeking validation through self-deprecation. You might say, I care about you, and when you talk about yourself like that, it's hard to build something positive together. What's really making you feel this way? What a different tone. In a relationship, she might say, why can't you just fix this for me? You're supposed to be making my life easier, blaming you for her struggles. You, I want to support you, which is why I won't take all the responsibility for solving everything for you. We need to work on this together for this one. Key point, you can't fix your partner, but you can address relationship conflicts with emotional maturity. Like maybe you're in the heat of the moment and you can't do it just then, but after you've had some time to calm down. If you're both reacting emotionally and never revisiting unresolved issues in a calm, team-like manner, you'll keep spinning your wheels without ever finding a resolution or relief. So remind yourself that as a man, you were blessed with the higher tolerance for stress. Be her rock, not her crutch. Question, do you tend to want to resolve conflicts right this minute, or do you avoid dealing with conflicts? Are you a fighter or a fleer? Comment. By the way, if you want to know the 5 phrases you must never say to an angry woman, which guaranteed you've said some of them, stick with me to the end. Okay, number 3, set boundaries, firmly yet tenderly. If her problems consistently spill into your life and drain your energy, it's time to draw a line. Boundaries are sexy because they show you value yourself. They also teach her to respect you, which is necessary for her to get turned on by you. No respect for you equals no wet for you. Another difference between men and women is that you can still bone her if she doesn't respect or value herself, though it may be less satisfying. If she respects and values herself by setting reasonable boundaries, keyword reasonable, then she's into you and lets you, yes, be into her. I'm sorry, couldn't help myself there. Anyways, she truly wants to be there. Examples. Courting. I told you I hate it when guys don't text back right away. Are you even serious about me? Controlling and entitled behavior. You. I appreciate communication, but it's unfair to assume the worst just because I can't reply immediately. I've done nothing to lose your trust. If trust is already an issue, maybe we should pause and reassess. Key point. Most people, all of us, have emotional wounds. If her trust issues have nothing to do with your actions, then someone betrayed her trust in the past, and you'll need to decide if you want to delve into her healing journey. Remember, you have emotional wounds someone else is going to have to deal with as well. Dating. Her. You're going out again? What about me? Do you even care about how I feel? So she's trying to isolate you from your friends. You say, I love spending time with you, and I also value time with my friends. A healthy relationship needs balance, and I'd like us to work on that together. Where is this really coming from? Let's figure it out. Ooh, see the tone difference? Key point. If you're not used to using emotionally mature and thoughtful words, this will feel extremely uncomfortable at first. Vulnerability is scary, but aren't these the words you would want to hear when you're hurt or angry or afraid? Yes, you would. In a relationship, she might say, you're so selfish for wanting to go golfing this weekend. I thought family was your priority, refusing to respect your need for personal space. You could say, family is important to me, and time apart helps me recharge to be a better boyfriend or husband or father. I want us to both feel supported, and that means respecting each other's needs. I want to make things right between us. What's really bothering you? It usually comes down to what's really bothering you. So key point, because close relationships, whether family, friend, lover, or whatever, bring up our wounds for examination, most healing happens through relationships. I know. Question, do you find it difficult to set boundaries? Share your thoughts and feelings in the comments. 2, focus on your own life. The best thing you can do for any relationship is to keep building yourself and your life up. Women gravitate toward men who have drive, purpose, goals, and hobbies outside of the relationship. It's magnetic. These qualities also make you highly desirable with other options, and women know this. Note for ladies, many men appreciate some of these qualities in women, but they also value a woman who is nurturing and feminine. Crazy? When a woman sees you working on your career, fellas, hitting the gym, or spending time with good friends, not hooligans, it sends a message that you've got your own stuff going on and will be just fine without her, which means you want to be with her, not that she's what you settled for. However, depending on what stage of relationship you're in, will determine how much you focus on your own life versus your life together. Let's look at some examples. Courting. Her. I noticed you liked Ashley's photo on Instagram after canceling our date. Do you even take me seriously? Creating conflict out of insecurity. You might say, she's an old friend from high school and I was just taking a break from working on this major project. I don't think social media should create tension between us, especially this early on. Trust is important to me. Key point. Everyone has insecurities, and focusing on yourself doesn't mean you have to be unkind. Supporting the person you care about shouldn't come at the cost of sacrificing your own needs. You can prioritize your well-being and help her feel secure. After all, wouldn't you want her to do the same for you? Yes. Okay, so dating. She might say, you're always so busy at work or with your hobbies. Do I even matter to you? Guilt tripping you for your independence. You could say, I care about you a lot and I value having my own space. A relationship includes connection and space, but let's figure out something that we can do together at some point. So in a relationship, she might say, you're always doing your own thing while I'm stuck here feeling ignored, resenting your independence instead of pursuing her own goals. You could say, I want us to feel connected and we also both need to have fulfilling individual lives. Let's sit down together, maybe tonight if you're up for it, and figure out how to support each other's needs. So before I reveal the number one thing you may need to do, if you have found value in this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. And thank you if you already have. Love. Okay, one, know when to walk away. Sometimes, despite your best intentions, the relationship becomes a one-sided emotional project. If she's unwilling to address her issues and work on them, that's a major red flag. This applies to women as well. If you've been honest and addressed where you can be accountable, and he won't address his unhealthy issues, then it might be time for you to take a step back. You all deserve emotionally healthy relationships. Walking away isn't about giving up on the other person. Sometimes it's about respecting yourself enough to know when you've done all you can and the dynamic is simply unsolvable. Examples. Courting. Her. Every guy I date ends up being a disappointment. Prove you're different. Placing unfair emotional baggage on you. You might say, I'm sorry you've had some bad experiences with other guys, but it's not really fair to me to be responsible for what others have done to you, just like it wouldn't be fair for me to do that to you. We haven't even built trust yet. Dating. Her. If you really loved me, you wouldn't be so focused on your career right now. Testing your loyalty with ultimatums. You could say, I care about you, and at the same time, I won't sacrifice my aspirations. I wouldn't respect myself, and you wouldn't respect me either. Maybe we need to talk about if we want the same things right now. Oh, in a relationship, she might say, you're just going to leave me like everyone else did in my life. I just know it. This can be emotional manipulation to avoid taking accountability. You could say, I've been here because I want to make this work, but I can't stay in a relationship where I'm constantly being doubted. It feels like you're pushing me away. We both deserve trust, and we need to figure this out to see if it's still working. These examples show how emotionally unhealthy behaviors directly impact the relationship and how you can respond firmly and constructively without enabling unhealthy patterns. The bottom line is you're not her therapist, fixer, or emotional tampon, and she's not yours. Relationships are a partnership, not a repair shop. While couples can absolutely help each other heal from emotional wounds, it's not one person's responsibility to fix the other. Growth and healing have to be mutual, with each person doing their part. Both must acknowledge their broken parts. I know that's hard to do. Your role is to be the man who supports, encourages, and inspires her while holding space for her to do the work she needs to do, and she should do the same for you. However, none of this should ever come at the expense of your own mental health. When you focus on being the best version of yourself, your real self, and give her the room to rise to the occasion with your encouragement, you create a kind of relationship where both of you can thrive together. Hint to the ladies, men respond much better to positive persuasion, aka being his biggest cheerleader, than to ball-busting bossy babe nagging. Be kind to each other. So, gentlemen, stop trying to fix her and start being the man who lives his truth and knows his worth. A relationship built on mutual respect and shared growth, well, that's a real game changer. And if you want to know which phrases to never say to an angry woman, that video is coming up next. Thanks for being here. Lots of love. God bless. And don't forget about my new coaching program. You can find out more details by clicking the QR code or the link in the description or pinned comment. All right, that's it. Ciao. Ciao.